everyone. It's 11 a.m. and we are ready to kick off this webinar session for today. Welcome everyone again to the Strategic College Analysis webinar focusing on Benelux region. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Preetham and I will be the moderator for today's session. As we move along, we will be going through the ESEF quality analysis for Annual Report 2023 for the region Benelux, which includes Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. This session is brought to you by ICE Carbon, a leading service provider solution, and is trusted by over 30 plus regulators across the globe. Today we have our experts on the floor to walk you through how the ESEF quality analysis helps you in improving your reporting and what you need to consider that helps you in reviewing your ESEF document during the season. In UK, we operate with the name of Phoenix Solution and we are not associated or affiliated to any of the UK's Irish software group. So to begin with the experts, I am Preetham Agarwal, who will be the moderator for today's webinar session, and I am also working as a customer success head with having 13 plus years of experience in XBRL reporting that specializes in complex reporting mandates across Nordic and DACH regions. We also have Nupur Mantrai, who is a chartered accountant by profession with a 4 plus years of experience and also heads the customer success in Benelux region with a deep understanding of different mandates across Europe and US. Moving ahead, so before we go ahead with the presentation, let's take a quick look at today's agenda. We will be starting with an overview of IRIS and its role in regulatory reporting requirement. We will also walk you through the ESEF quality analysis and its process, how it works, along with giving the insights on the discrepancies of overall errors and warning that has been categorized between geo-wise and the industry-wise. We will also focus your attention on how it is going to impact on the preparers and company auditors, and we will provide the common pitfalls with its corrective measure and some key takeaways that will help you and your organization to create a error-free compliance reporting. About IRIS, we have been in the system from last 20 plus years with our presence across 30 plus countries, which has helped us to get over 5,000 plus customers with the help of multiple solutions that we offer across the globe. There are 4 major business lines at IRIS. We call it as SubTech, where we work closely with the regulators and help them in developing taxonomies for their digital reporting. We are also the RegTech solution, wherein we are the SaaS-based solution, providing the facility of authoring and converting your annual report into XBRL to meet the compliance reporting. And the TaxTech, we do provide the end-to-end taxation reporting over here in India and engaged in invoicing solution with seamless integration with ISTST. Last but not least, the data tech solution. We provide the solution for consumption of financial and non-financial data for peer benchmarking comparison. So all these 4 solutions will definitely help you in taking your business decision on a right time. Coming to the next slide that talks about IRIS Carbon. IRIS Carbon, which has its footprints in 35 plus countries across global, and IRIS is a SaaS-based, cloud-based solution that helps the company to manage their financial and non-financial reporting to meet their regulatory requirements. As you can see, we have been rated as 4.9 out of 5 based on our customer satisfaction score and consistently been topping the chart with respect to external reporting quality. Now look accolades which is shown over here that shows our commitment and dedication to support all our clients for their compliance reporting. Interesting slide that is about the product suite which we offer into the market. Yes, IRIS Carbon offers multiple suites as per the filer's requirement, how they require the files, the compliance reporting. We do provide the product source in the market. The, the, the thing you think, and we are there in the market. To name it, ESG reporting solution. Iris Carbon helps in offering the ESG reports and do the double materiality assessment with gap analysis and convert the report into a digital document. Disclosure management and arrival reporting. Yes, this is a cloud-based solution with Office 365 integration, where Word and Excel are interlinked with each other and then they talk with each other to author your report on a real-time basis. On the other hand, ISO reporting solution helps to comply with ISO regulatory reporting requirement, supporting different macro mandates across the different parts of world. We have an audit solution as well, which will help the end company and the auditors in reviewing and validating their ISO reports along with multiple features attached to it. It is not limited only to the consolidated review. It, auditors can make use of its audit solution to do the standalone report review on the real-time basis. And finally, we have iConnect that will help the companies, the organizations to compare and analyze their financial and non-financial data, which will help them compare with peer benchmarking and take logical decisions as and when it is needed. These are few of the names, market customers and the partners whom we work across the globe, and we work closely with respect to the ESEF reporting and any other compliance reporting that they are into. These are just a glimpse of few of the logos from the Europe from the Europe and from the partner lead which are closely working with us and on the America continent as well. We have many more logos added to our credentials, but this is just a clip to make you understand where we stand in the market. So now we know about the Iris, who we are and what we do. We will quickly move towards the next part of our presentation, where our expert Nupur Samantara will talk about the ESEF quality analysis and the process, and how to perform the quality analysis and find out the discrepancies that can be avoided during the filing season. But before that, an interesting poll question coming in to see where we stand in terms of quality analysis. Now we go with the first poll of the day. How familiar are you with the ESEF quality analysis process? Are you very much familiar with it, or you are somewhat familiar, you need any assistance on that, or you are not at all familiar with the ESEF quality analysis process? Do keep the vote coming in so that we will be able to understand where you are standing and how Iris Carbon will be helping you with the ESEF quality analysis and avoid the analysis. We'll give few more seconds to see how the quality analysis or how the poll questions are being voted, and then we will move towards the next part of our presentation. Keep the vote coming in. Yes, we are getting the vote. Yeah. So here are these results wherein 50% of the attendees says that we are very much familiar with the ESEF quality analysis, and 32% of them says we are somewhat familiar, and 18% of customers says that we are not at all familiar of this ESEF quality analysis. So nothing to worry. We are there to help you, and we will, as we go ahead with our presentation, Nupur will be explaining or showcasing you how we can do the quality analysis. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham, for setting up the context of the webinar. Hello, everyone. I'm Nupur Samantare, and I work as a customer engagement manager with Iris from the last 4 years. I'll be taking ahead the webinar on the quality analysis part. Before going or deep diving into the webinar, let's understand what are the methodology followed to do the quality analysis of the ESEF 2023 reports. The first step is we identify the ESEF report from the Benelux region, that is Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, using the website filing.xbrl.org. So this website is publicly available, and you can go ahead and download the ESEF report of the companies which you want to go ahead and see. So the reports were basically downloaded and then uploaded to the IRIS Carbon X Audit platform. So IRIS Carbon X Audit platform is a auditing tool basically used by the auditors to review the ESEF reports that has been filed with the regulator. Then we validated these reports using our XII certified inbuilt validator, which is already inbuilt on the X Audit platform. Then the validation results were manually reviewed by our XBRL experts, and the finding analysis has been included in this webinar, which I'll be taking you through in the coming up slides. For filing, each and every company undergoes a thorough validation check of the ESEF report. So first, let's understand the different categories of the errors and the warnings that normally come in the validation report that is generated when we validate the ESEF report. Any discrepancies that are highlighted in the validation report are either categorized as error or warning. Now, what exactly are the errors? Errors can be different type, like technical error, extension taxonomy guideline error, anchoring guideline error. That means whenever the anchoring guidelines mentioned by ESMA are not followed in the report, then the system will throw up an anchoring guideline error. And warnings, basically the different category of warnings are calculation inconsistency, label guideline, whenever label guidelines mentioned by ESMA is not followed up in the ESEF report, then the system or the validator will throw up the warning. Similarly, taxonomy specification, if it is not maintained or followed while preparing the ESEF report, then that will also give a warning message in the validation report. There are few more errors or warning also. I will go ahead and explain them one by one in the coming up slides. So basically, errors are blockers for filing, and it is a must that we should go ahead and resolve it before going ahead with the actual or live submission at the regulator portal. And warnings, while warnings don't prevent the filing, they could be avoided if they come up in the report. But as a best practice, we suggest everyone to go ahead and resolve the warnings messages as well, which are there in the report. So this is all about what exactly are the errors and warnings. We want to see the different category of errors. So these are the different categories of error. I would like to explain few of them. For example, the extension taxonomy guideline. So whenever creating a company taxonomy, following the guideline in the ESMA manual is essential. If we fail to follow that, then that will give us an error message. For example, whenever omitting an element that need to be tagged. Now, suppose there is an element present in the report, but somehow we have missed out to get it tagged using the reference taxonomy or the ESMA taxonomy, then that will lead to an error message in the validator. The next error type is technical error. So this error normally occur when there are any technical issues in the ESEF report, like sometimes the hidden facts that are not displayed but are present in the report, then that will cause validation check or validation issues in the report. Another type of error that I would like to mention is the duplicate facts. This type of error arises if the same label or concept, which is reported in the annual report of the company, has been tagged with more than one concept from the reference taxonomy, then that will create a duplicate error in the report. And it is a must that we should go ahead and resolve this error before going ahead with the actual filing. Apart from that, there are a few other error categories as well, like anchoring guideline. Whenever anchoring relationships are not mentioned or defined in the extension concept. So basically, whenever we create an extension, it is a must that we anchor that extension concept with a very closed concept is available in the reference taxonomy. If that is not followed or done in the ESEF report, then that will also suit up an error message in the validation check. So these are a few of the categories. Similarly, if we go ahead and see the different categories of warning, these are all the list of the different categories of the warning messages that come in the validation check or validation report whenever the ESEF report is validated before the filing. Here, I would like to mention the label guideline. If an extension element is not provided with a standard label in the language, same as the language of the annual report. For example, the language of report on which we are working, it is in Dutch language, and the extension element, the extension that has been created for any standard label, it is not mentioned or not provided in the same language, that is in Dutch language, then that will also suit up an error message in the validation report that should be corrected before time. Then extension taxonomy guideline. For example, while naming the extension element, the naming guideline as per the LC3 convention mentioned in the ESMA guideline should be followed. If that is not followed, then that will also give an error, a warning message in the validation report. Missing mandatory tags. There are a few mandatory tags that is must to be tagged. For example, the name of the company, the address of the company. So if we somehow miss out to tag these elements or this information in the report, then that will also give a warning message. Apart from that, we have few other warning categories like calculation inconsistency. So normally this is the one which we have seen in most of the reports. So normally calculation inconsistency come because of the rounding of differences in the financial statements, for example, the balance sheet or the profit and loss statement. So this is also a warning message. This could be avoided, but we suggest that companies should go ahead and resolve this calculation inconsistency beforehand to avoid any warning message in the validation report. Coming to the scope of the ESEF quality analysis that we did for 2023. So basically, we have done the analysis on the companies operating in Benelux country, that is Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. We took 255 companies for this analysis operating in 26 industry. The total concept that has been tagged in all the reports of the 255 companies is 67,275. So these are the total concepts that has been tagged using the ESMA taxonomy. And extension concept, around 5,564 concepts has been extended. That means for this number of concepts, the corresponding or matching element is not available in the reference taxonomy. That is why companies went ahead and create custom tags for this concept. So these are the extensions, which are also called as the custom tags, which are created by the company to tag the elements for whom the matching element or concept is not available in the reference taxonomy. So this is all about the scope of the ESEF quality analysis. Going forward, we'll see the discrepancy, the error or warning report over the industries, different industries, and also on the different companies and reason wise also. Before that, I would like to give the stage to Preetham to go ahead and conduct the next poll question.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for giving these insights about how the process, the ESEF quality analysis process, what we follow, and how we do the quality analysis by categorizing different types of errors and warnings. Errors that are going to impact the filing, and warnings which is of defect but it can be ignored when you are going for the filing season. But this is good to know what are all errors which will impact the submission of your document and categorizing different errors to the warnings. With this, I will go ahead with the next poll questions, and here we come with our another poll question. Which aspect of ESEF reporting do you find most challenging? Is it understanding the taxonomy requirement, the managing discrepancies in the reporting, implementing the quality checks, or the collaboration with the auditors? Which are the aspects of ESEF reporting do you find most challenging? Please do keep on the votes coming in so that we know where we stand and how IRIS Carbon can help you in overcoming those challenges. We give few more seconds to the question, to the poll question, and then we'll move forward. Okay, so here we have the poll results coming in. Yes, 35% of people are saying that they have a problem in understanding the taxonomy requirement, and somewhere around 42% people attendees are saying managing the discrepancies in the reports are quite challenging while doing at the time of filing season, and others a few are there who says that collaboration with the auditors is something which we need to more focus on a real time basis. Yes, going ahead with this next part of the presentation, wherein Nupur will be taking you through the view-wise errors and warnings, how and what categories of errors are there for relating to Belgium-specific errors and Luxembourg and Netherlands errors and warnings. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham. As Preetham correctly said that going forward, we'll have a summary or see a summary of the discrepancies over the entire Benelux region. So here I would like to importantly showcase or tell about Belgium. So in case of Belgium, we have taken 86 companies in the quality analysis, and around 41%, that is 35 companies, have some sort of discrepancies in the report. Similarly, in case of Netherlands, you can see that we have taken 109 companies and around 37% of the companies have some sort of discrepancies in the report. Similarly, in case of Luxembourg, 32% of the companies which has been taken for the analysis have some sort of discrepancies, either error or warning in the report. In case of Belgium, the percentage is a little high, that is around 41%, and the main reason is the concentration of maximum number of banking and real estate companies in Belgium. And we know that the report of the banking companies are quite complex. Similarly, the report of the real estate companies, those are quite complex. A lot number of extensions are used in the preparation of the ESEF report, which are operating in the banking or real estate industries. And the more complex the report is, the more chances of discrepancies. So we could find that is one of the reason of the discrepancies in the report of the companies that operate in Belgium region, that is around 41%. We also managed to draw up an error warning summary report. If you, the overall error report shows that most of the errors are coming up from the technical error, that is around 47%. So normally this type of error occur when the syntax or technical error present in the ESEF report. For example, there is some hidden fact value present in the IXBRL report, but this doesn't get displayed when the report is validated. Then that will show up or shoot off a technical error. So that is one of the major error that we have seen in the error report that we prepared for the geo-wise error report when we prepare that. Likewise, when we go ahead and see to the right-hand side, that is the warning report, we can see that around 70% of the warning are coming because of calculation inconsistency. As I said earlier, that calculation inconsistency primarily are caused by rounding of differences. So that is one of the main reason of the warnings coming up in the reports of the companies that we have taken into consideration in the analysis. Not only geo-wise, we also managed to draw up an error or warning report industry-wise as well. Here we can see the list of the companies that we have taken in the analysis operating in different industry. You can see that the highest number of companies, that is 43, are operating in the banking and financial sector, followed by manufacturing production, and then followed by infrastructure and real estate industry, that is around 38 countries. Now, if we see the industry-wise analysis of the discrepancies, then you can see the highest number of discrepancies are in the banking and financial sector, followed by food and beverage industry, and then of course by infrastructure and real estate industry. As I said earlier also, that it's because of the complexity involved in the preparation of the report of this industry. That is why we can see that the majority of the discrepancies are seen in the banking infrastructure industry, because the complexity of the reports are a little high and very complex, which lead to a high chance of discrepancies in the report. Here we also came across a very interesting fact that out of the total extensions that has been created, that is around 5,500 for all the reports all the companies that has been taken into consideration in this analysis, around 21% extensions are done only by the banking and financial industry. So the more number of extensions, the more chances of discrepancies. Along with the industry-wise analysis, we could manage to draw up a trend analysis also. So this type of parity analysis we have also done in for the annual report 2021. So we analyze the trend in discrepancies over the years. So basically, we managed to draw up a comparison between our quality analysis review from 2021 and the review which you did for annual report 2023. So this analysis shows that while discrepancies in Netherlands have decreased, at the same time, discrepancies in other regions like Belgium and Luxembourg has in fact increased. So this trend highlights some persistent or emerging issues in certain regions like Belgium and Luxembourg, suggesting a need for more additional quality control measures and support for these areas to ensure improved compliance with as per the ESMA guideline and as per the XBRL requirement. So this is all about the trend analysis. Here we have managed to find out some of the reason of the variation in the quality of the ESEF document over the last 2 years, that is 21 and 23 report. One of the reason is the increase in scope of tagging over the last 2 years. With the introduction of the phase 2 tagging, that is the tagging of the block text notes, the number of tagging or the scope of tagging have really increased. Earlier in 2021, we are only tagging 5 financial statements, that is profit and loss statement, balance sheet, the cash flow statement, equity statement. But from 2022 onwards, not only the financial statements, companies have to tag the notes to account as well following the financial statement. So the scope has really increased. So with the increase in number of tagging, the chances of discrepancies also have increased. And here you can see the result also that we showed just now in the previous slide. The second reason is the ESEF vendor expertise and software capabilities. Software which is used for the preparation of the ESEF report is a must that it should be updated with the latest ESMA manual requirements and the latest taxonomy which has been released and the confirmation suit. That will ensure that the ESEF report which has been prepared has the least number of discrepancy or else there is no discrepancies. So this is a must that while going ahead to select the software for the preparation of ESEF report, companies or end user should keep in mind that the software is updated with the latest manual updates and the taxonomy. Seeing a significant delay in ESEF filing, we have seen lately that for many of the companies, the ESEF filing date has been delayed a lot. And the main reason could be the external or internal restructuring going on around the company. That is one of the reasons we could see which led to the significant delay in the ESEF filing publication. So these are a few of the reasons of the variation in the quality of the ESEF document. Going further, we can see, or I will see the things to consider by different stakeholders while preparing the ESEF documents on software or while reviewing the reports. Before that, I would like to give the stage to Preetham to conduct the next poll question. Over to you, Preetham.
For providing an eye-opener information for all our attendees so that they should be aware of where we stand in terms of the ESEF quality. As you can see, we have been under the banking industry, we have many more errors being counted for, and we need to focus more on banking industry and subsequently going on with software industries and infrastructure industries as well. And with these insights, definitely on a trend line basis, we can see how this quality has been in during the past 3 years of our ESEF filing. Based on that, we can go ahead and make sure that we improve on the quality side and we do not land up to any quality error while going with the release filing. Thank you, Nupur, for giving this insight over about the EO-wise industries error and warning classification. So before we move on to the next part of the presentation, there is an interesting poll question coming in, and there we go. So for your industry type, which type of errors do you encounter more frequently? whether it is a data validation error, tagging inaccuracies, or it is calculation error, or any formatting related issues you encounter when you go for the filing. As we have seen industry type differentiation, how the error has been based on the industry, different industry type. We just wanted to understand how or what type of error do you generally encounter. Keep the votes coming in. We are waiting for your votes to see how we can help you. We give few more seconds to the question and then we will move ahead. Okay. So here is the poll results. Yes, 50% of the people already says that we are most facing the error for the calculation errors. Yes, calculation errors are, but calculation errors are just the warnings. You can go ahead and ignore, but it is better to have a high quality report without any calculation errors as well. And we talk about the tagging inaccuracies. Yes, 25% of attendees says that tagging inaccuracies also could be a reason for the errors getting increased. So yes, we will be definitely helping you and walking you through all the tagging issues when we do the quality analysis for your report. So moving ahead with the next part of the presentation, which focuses more on the software providers and company and auditors as what they need to look into when they are going for the ESEF report creation during the season. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham. Now that we have a better understanding of the discrepancies, the different type of discrepancy that normally come in the report and their causes, let's focus on the key aspect that those different stakeholders involved in the preparation of the ESEF report and also in the review of the reports were considered while they are in the filing season. Here you can see that normally the software providers who are involved in the preparation of the ESEF report or they give the services, the end company and the auditors. These three stakeholders are involved in the entire preparation or the reporting process of the ESEF report. From the software provider point of view, it's a must that the software which is used for the preparation of the ESEF reports will be updated with the latest taxonomy and the ESMA manual requirements. So ESMA come out every year with the changes which are there in the manual. So that should be taken into consideration every year whenever there is any release from ESMA side in regards to the manual updates. Taxonomy also, it come out. For example, this year the taxonomy is not yet out. Once it is out, it should be incorporated with the software that is used for the ESEF report preparation. Timely incorporation of the audit feedback. So normally we have seen that till the last moment, auditors keep on giving the feedback on the ESEF report. So it's a must that all the feedback by the auditors should be taken or incorporated to the ESEF report whenever received from the auditors. And there should be some buffer time between receiving the audit feedback, incorporating the same to the ESEF report and the filing, so that this maintain that there is no compromise in the quality of the report from the auditor's audit review point of view or from the taxonomy or manual point of view. Granular level of tagging from 2022 onwards, phase 2 tagging is also applicable. So there are different level of tagging or granular level of tagging that need to be done. It is mentioned by ESMA in the manual. That should also be taken into consideration while preparing the ESEF report. Similarly, from the end client or end user point of view, the users who are involved from the business side in the preparation of the ESEF report, they should understand the ESMA manual requirement so that they should also get acquainted with what are the latest changes, addition or deletion released by ESMA on the manual, so that while review of the ESEF report, once the report preparation is complete, they should be aware what exactly they have to see or review in the ESEF report. Avoid last minute changes. In many of the companies, we have seen that till the last minute changes were done in the figures, in the financial statements or in the notes part. So we suggest that companies should make all the changes well in advance so that in the very last moment, nothing is missed out from being added up to the ESEF report. Review of the report We have seen that many users are not involved in the review of the ESEF report. Rather, they just pass it to the auditors for the review. So it's the best practice that the end users from the business side should also be involved in the review of the ESEF report. And once the review is completed, they give a sign off. They should go ahead and do a test filing of the report on the regulator portal, so that if at all they come across any discrepancies or in the validation report from the regulators portal, those discrepancies could be taken care of well in advance, and to avoid such discrepancies again in the live filing. So we suggest and we just motivate all the users to go ahead and do a test filing of the ESEF report before going ahead with the live filing on the regulator portal. From the auditor's point of view, based upon our experience and over the last few years that we have seen from the auditor point of view, the audit tool that the auditors are using should be updated with the latest taxonomy and the ESMA manual requirement. Table structure requirement is a thing which most of the regulators are suggesting to be present in the ESEF report. The auditor should review this, particularly in the ESEF report, whether the table structure has been properly managed in the report or not. If not, that should be communicated to the software provider and should be managed well in time, because we have seen few of the regulators who are giving this requirement beforehand, before the filing season, to all the users regarding the table structure requirement. So this is a must that at least from 2024 onwards, the table structure requirement should be maintained or handled in the ESEF report. Provide the audit signed report well in advance. We have seen that many of the auditors, they give the audit report 3-4 hours before the actual filing. So we suggest and request all the auditors to go ahead and give the audit report well in advance, so that it is added up to the XSTML or IXBR report well in advance by the software provider. And the main thing is that auditors should be engaged in the entire process of the ESEF reporting, starting from the calendar planning, which is done with the end users, like by the service provider, to the review, and finally to the final filing of the ESEF report with the regulator. So auditors should be involved in the entire process in the ESEF reporting journey with the software provider as well as with the end company. So these are the few things which we think that the stakeholders involved in the reporting process should keep in mind while before the filing season and while going ahead with the ESEF reporting part. Common pitfalls. So we came across few of the common pitfalls during the review of the ESEF report, and we could manage to give some preventing measures which could be taken care of to avoid those pitfalls during the ESEF reporting review. So here are a few of the pitfalls which are normally faced by the reviewer or the preparer in the ESEF report. Difference in reported values. Difference in reported values in the annual report can create duplicate errors in the validation check. So please double check the same in the annual report so as to avoid any duplicate error in the report. Inconsistency in calculation is one of the main or common reason of warning that we have seen in most of the files. One must examine the rounding of difference because they lead to inconsistency in the calculation, which is a warning message. These must be verified to avoid warning due to rounding of difference, even though that don't prevent the live filing with the regulator. Zip package naming. Name of the company should be name of the zip package that is generated from the software used for the ESEF reporting should be as per the ESMA manual requirement. In some of the reason, we have seen that there are specific guidelines from the regulator regarding the naming of the zip package, that is the final report. So that should be followed when we're assigning the name to the zip package, which is ultimately filed with the regulator. Excessive use of extensions. ESMA always suggests that the least number of extensions would be created to manage the size of the report. So the more number of extension company go ahead, or custom tags the company go ahead and create to tag the elements unique to the company, the size of the ESEF report will increase, and to avoid the maximum or chances of more number of discrepancies. So this is the must that companies should avoid excessive creation of extension. Inaccurate data balance, it is essential to distinguish between the opening and closing balance for correct reporting. Different norms should be followed for instant and durational facts for accurate data presentation. Then last is inappropriate sign use. Positive or negative value in XBRL are defined by the concept definition rather than by how they affect the financial account. For example, a common error that could cause misunderstanding is to report the negative cost of sales when it should be positive. So these are few of the common pitfalls that normally have been seen in the preparation of the report or the review of the report. They should be taken care of. The preventive measures should be taken care of well in advance to avoid these common mistakes while preparing the ESEF report. With this, we're almost at the end of the webinar. Here we have jotted down few of the key takeaways that normally could be taken into consideration while preparing the ESEF report. Before that, I would like to go ahead and give the stage to Preetham to conduct the next poll question.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for giving an insights about the errors and warnings, how it can be catered to or how it has to be dealt with. So as you know, everyone is aware of what different types of errors are there. And definitely, we will be looking after how those errors can be prevented. So Nupur has already shared with you the common pitfalls what we see during the filing season while we are creating the ESEF reporting. And along with that, we have provided with the preventive measures how we can go ahead and avoid those errors during the season and when you are working on the ESEF reporting. So coming on to the last poll questions of the day, I would appreciate if everyone participates in the poll questions so that we get to know where we are in terms of quality. There we go. So what would be the most valuable for your team to improve on ESEF quality? Regular training on ESEF requirements, advanced software for automation, dedicated support team from ESEF, or more insight on common pitfalls and preventive measures. Keep the votes coming in, and we are waiting for you to let you know the results, which is the most valuable for your team when in terms of improving your ESEF quality. Yes, so where we have a interesting results coming in. So 50% of our attendees says that regular training on ESEF requirements is something which is more valuable. So yes, we will be there for you to help you, and we will be providing you the regular training on ESEF requirements as and when the new mandates or any change in the mandates come into picture. 50% of the attendees says dedicated support from the ESEF experts. So we as an ESEF experts, definitely we are available for you at any point of time we require our support. We are there to help you on your ESEF reporting. So yes, moving ahead with the rest part of the presentation, which is a key takeaway. So Nupur will be taking you through and we will be focusing on what you should take away from this webinar presentation, which will help you for a smooth ESEF filing this year and in many more upcoming years as well. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham. Let's understand the few tips and tricks to maintain a high quality ESEF document. First is always choose a reputed service provider or software provider which you are going to use for the preparation of the ESEF report. We should ensure that the software is updated with the latest manual update and it caters to the latest taxonomy which has been released. Zip package size limit is also one thing that we need to take into consideration. Size limit is something which we should maintain while generating the ESEF report from the software. Because sometimes when the report is oversized, we are not, or the users are not able to upload it at the regulator portal. And there is some limit. For example, in case of Belgium, the size limit is 50 MB. So the companies need to keep this into mind. Even the service provider need to keep this in mind that the ESEF package size is within 50 MB so as to ensure that the users have a pleasant experience while filing the report at the regulator portal. Name of the zip package as per the ESMA requirement, it is a must that if there is any requirement from the regulator portal or regulator side regarding the naming of the zip package, that should be maintained while downloading the zip from the software used for the preparation of the reso. Also, if there is no such requirement from the regulator, then the naming of the zip package should be as per the ESMA guidelines. Validator, the service provider engaged in the preparation of the ESEF reports, will be updated with the ESMA latest manual and the confirmation suit. Compulsory audit of the report. In some of the reason, we have seen that yet the audit of the ESEF documents by a third party is not yet mandatory, but to maintain the quality of the report, it is a must that the ESEF documents of the reports are compulsorily audited by the auditors. Granular level of tagging as per the best practice. So in the ESMA guidelines or the manual guidelines, it has been mentioned the level of tagging that is required in case of block notes. So that need to be maintained while tagging the report. Latest manual guidelines to be taken into consideration. Every year, as I already said, that ESMA come out with the latest changes in the manual. So those changes should be taken into consideration while preparing the ESEF report, also while reviewing the report. So these are few of the tip and tricks to maintain the quality of the ESEF document, and also to avoid or minimize the chances of discrepancies in the ESEF report. With this, we come to the end of the webinar. Thank you for patiently hearing to this webinar, and I would like to give the stage to Preetham to go ahead and take up the question and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for giving the overall insights about the errors and how it has to be dealt with, what are all things that needs to be considered when we are going for ESEF reporting. So there are so many things which everyone can be benefited out of it, and they can make use of these key takeaways and the preventive measures to understand the requirements of industries, and accordingly you can act on the ESEF reporting. That definitely will be helping you through the ESEF, through the smooth reporting of your ESEF filing. So with this, we would like to take up a question and answer session. The floor is open to you for any questions and any questions you have. We will be happy to answer more happy to answer all of them. But maybe due to time constraints, maybe we might not be able to take few more questions, but we will definitely reach out to you via email to address all your questions. But make sure that no questions are unattended. So we have one question coming in from our attendees. Yes, what are the benefits of opting for a free ESEF quality analysis for AR 2023? Would you like to take this question, Nupur?
Yeah, sure. So basically, a free ESEF analysis allows the company to understand their reports compliance status and to identify their potential errors, and even they can get an expert guideline or guidance on the improvement. So we have the XBRL expert panel who can help them to understand the potential errors that can come in the report and how they can improve on that. So this is an excellent opportunity for the companies to enhance the quality of the report without any additional cost. So I suggest all the companies to go ahead and get the benefit of this free ESEF analysis for annual report 2023.
Thank you, Nupur, for giving this information or to provide the answer of the benefits from the ESEF quality analysis. So here we have one more question on the floor. Can Iris Carbon be integrated with existing system for ESEF reporting? Well, I would like to take this question. Yes, Iris Carbon is well designed to integrate easily with any existing financial system, allowing seamless data transfer for report preparation, validation, and the ESEF submission to complete the entire reporting process. So to answer to the question is yes. We have one more question coming in. Yes, we have question on what uh, uh, key takeaways would you recommend for companies to maintain high quality ESEF document? To answer this, yes, companies should stay updated with the taxonomy changes or the ESEF mandates to perform the regular validation checks throughout the document, and definitely to engage some software solutions like Iris Carbon to streamline the reporting process. Adopting these practices definitely is going to help you in maintaining your data with accurate data and compliance for your ESEF reporting. So these are all the questions and questions coming in for the answers. Yes, we have addressed them, and few more questions are there, but due to some time constraints, we, we might not be able to take, but definitely we will respond to all the questionnaires through email so that your questions are not unattended. Now, moving to the next slide, as I promised, yes, we have an exciting offer coming in for you, which you can take benefit out of it, and you can understand where your ESEF report stands in terms of the quality. So yes, we have free annual report 2023 ESEF quality analysis. So all you need to do is to avail this offer is just drop an email at info@iriscarbon.com, and we will take the request from there, and we will reach out to you with your quality analysis for annual report 2023 and help you to mitigate all those errors which has been committed in the previous years. With this, we would like to wind up our webinar presentation, and it's very nice to see everyone coming in and voting, casting their vote for all the poll questions, engaging themselves with our experts to understand what are the key aspects of doing the quality analysis and how it is going to help you throughout your ESEF reporting. So we will be coming up with more insights on the quality analysis. Till then, keep in touch and stay tuned for many more webinar sessions coming in for you. Thank you and have a nice day.